What's up, fellas? My brothers from another mother, my players and my abundant cheek slayers. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is the types of women you want to avoid getting into a long-term relationship with and eventually marrying. Because this video is going to save you guys from a lot of headache and heartache. So these are the type of girls you basically just want to have fun with. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So these girls are kind of like mopeds. They're very thrilling, very stimulating, very fun to ride around, but eventually the engine blows out very quickly and bursts into flames. And it's kind of like dating a six. You never want to be seen in public with a six, so every time you have her over, you make sure you turn off all the lights and creep her through the back door. So very similar to a moped. You never want to be seen riding around these janky things in public. That sound it makes sounds like a land whale's fart. So fellas, I want you guys to pay attention to these personalities and traits. So number one on the list, she has daddy issues. If you really want to get to know a girl, just ask her how her relationship is with her parents. If she says dysfunctional, chaotic, what she is going to do is bring that dynamic to your relationship. And it's going to be chaotic and dysfunctional. The first 3 months is going to be great, but when 6 months comes around, her true colors is going to come out. Because a girl who has daddy issues never has a masculine father figure in her life. So she's not going to respect masculinity. She's not going to respect a guy who's dominant, a guy who takes charge, a guy who's on his purpose. Because most of the times, what these girls are going to do is they want to wear the pants in the relationship. She wants to emasculate you. So she basically wants to play the man role in the relationship. And most likely, these girls are very good manipulators. They use their greatest asset and their most powerful weapon against you. And what I mean by the most powerful weapon, I don't mean she pulls out a M20 super bazooka out of her skirt. What I mean by the most powerful weapon is, guys, I just want you to look between her legs. That is a woman's most powerful weapon. Man, she can cause Hiroshima with that shit. And here's the thing, fellas. Since these girls never grew up with a mother and a father in a healthy relationship, these girls do not understand and value a healthy relationship when she gets in one. Most likely, these are the type of girls that have cheated in their past relationships because a good, healthy relationship bores her. She needs trauma. She needs chaos in her life. Whenever you hear a girl says, I've cheated in my past relationships, or when she says, I only date bad boys, fuck boys, and the thugs, that is a huge red flag. Because if she cheats in her past relationship, most likely she is going to cheat in your relationship as well. And when she says, I only date thugs and fuck boys, guys, that is a huge red flag. It just kind of shows you the type of person she is. She is a hood rat. Like I said before, guys, you only want to be dating high-value women, not some hatchet. And fellas, these are the type of girls that will go out and flirt with other men while they're in a committed relationships. You can find these girls at the bars, the club, in a trash bin, the strip club, because she thinks it's perfectly okay to be with other men while she's in a committed relationship. This is what daddy issue brings. She does not understand a healthy dynamics of a relationship. So I'm not saying all girls are like this who come from a single household, but I'm telling you 90% are, because I know that there are some girls out there who evolve and change and grow spiritually, mentally, and physically, but most likely, these are the type of girls you're going to deal with when they have daddy issues. Let me tell you guys this, the more sexual partner a girl has, the more difficult it is for her to bond with you and build a relationship with you. Because whenever a girl is having sex with a guy, his DNA transmits into her, and basically his DNA stays with her for the rest of her life. So fellas, it's difficult for her to bond with you because she is too busy bonding with too many goddamn lightsabers. And fellas, I've dated girls who come from a single parent household before. And guys, let me tell you this, these girls are gorgeous, magnificent. These girls know how to fuck like porn stars. Man, these girls will fuck your brains out. And they know how to suck a mean dick. Man, these girls will suck the soul right out of your body. And you can see your soul just leaving your body like, So from my personal experience, when I dated all these girls who came from a single parent household, actually now that I think about it, my last real relationship was a girl who came from a single parent household. And what I noticed in all these girls is that they had this fear of abandonment, that I was going to leave them from another girl. And I think this is because since her father was always in and out of her life, in and out of her mother's relationship, she was scared that I was going to do what her father did. So this causes her to be very clingy, very needy. She latches onto you like a monkey on your back, and It's just annoying. And she gets very, very jealous. Guys, true story. I remember this one time where I came home from work, right? And I had this receipt. I left it on the table. It was a receipt from a pho restaurant where I ordered 2 bowls of pho. And she saw that on the table. She was like, oh my God, why did you order 2 bowls of pho? Are you taking a girl out behind my back? Why is there 2? What are you doing? You're pathetic guy. You're an asshole. You're a fuckboy. But all it really was, guys, was me taking a coworker out for lunch, because what me and him do is we take turns buying lunch. And she saw this, man, she just fucking hauled ass, and I had to explain myself, guys. It's just very energy draining. You don't want to deal with that bullshit. And what I noticed in all these girls is that they tend to fall in love very fast, very clingy, very needy. Not only that, these girls tend to be very up and down. Their emotions is very unstable. One day they will like you, one day they will love you, one day they will ignore you, one day they will hate you. It's just a lot of fucking bullshit, fellas. And another thing that I wanted to add is that the more you get to know these girls, the more disrespectful she gets. She's not going to appreciate the little things that you do for her. She always wants more. You can never give her enough. Like, you can never make these girls happy. Trust me, guys. I've dated these girls before. I make these mistakes so you guys don't have to do them. So girls with daddy issues, avoid them at all costs. These are the type of girls you just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and move on with your business. And the next thing on the list is that you want to avoid dating single mothers at all costs. Because when you're in your 20s, guys, you should be not dating a woman with a kid. You are not ready to be the father. When you're dating a girl who has a kid, basically what you're doing is you're playing a video game with another man's saved data. Because whenever you're dating a single mom, you have to understand that you are never her first priority. You're pretty much at the bottom, because she does not care how much emotions you invested in her, how much time you spend with her kid watching Barney and watching Teletubbies with them. She does not care if you chop down her favorite tree for her. Female hypergamy has no equality. If you lose your job and you cannot provide protection or security, she does not care how much you love her. You better best believe that you are the first thing smoking, and she is going to find a man with a bigger wallet who can provide security and protection. In my books, guys, single moms are like a low-hanging fruit, and the juice is not worth the squeeze. And if you do squeeze that juice, you better best believe that that juice will taste like asshole, bunglehole, disgusting. And also what you need to understand is that her baby daddy, the guy who imprinted her, is always going to be in her life, and you're pretty much taking care of his seed. So I don't know how you feel about it, but never do it. And not only that you have to take care of her, but you have to put up with her kid as well. Whenever you're over at her house, man, you be in the living room throwing that goddamn football with the kid, or watching Barney or Teletubbies. And whenever you guys go on a date, she'll be like, oh, can we go somewhere, kitty, so the kids can come? And you trying to get on your Mac Daddy Suave, cheek slam mode, and you can't because the kid is there. Trust me, guys, dating a single mom, guys, never get into a relationship with them. As cold-hearted as this sound, these type of girls are just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Because dating a single mom is really going to be a huge waste of your time. Because if you cannot provide that support and security, you are the first thing smoking. And this is the type of girl that will really drain you of your resources and your time. So avoid them at all costs. These girls are just fun. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So if you get into a relationship with these girls, if you don't believe me, find out for yourself, because I already did this mistake, fellas. And the next thing on the list, guys, is a woman who competes with you. Guys, whenever you get into a relationship or talk to a girl who is always competing with you, guys, basically what she is saying is that she's better than you. She has the bigger cheek-slang sword. She has the bigger lightsaber. Because when a woman competes with you, she does not respect you, and this is going to end up to be a very toxic relationship where you're trying to prove who has the bigger cock, guys. When you are in a relationship, it's about giving, it's about loving. It's not about I'm better than you, you're fighting against each other, guys. Fuck that shit. It's just toxic. So avoid girls who try to compete with you, because female hypergamy, women only date 2 levels up. When a woman feels that she's equal than you or better than you, she does not respect you. And when a woman does not respect you, she does not love you. And fellas, the last thing I wanted to add to the list is that never date a girl who's trying to be saved or rescued. You cannot save these hoes. Don't be Captain Save-A-Ho. These girls belong in the streets. Don't save them. Once the garbage is out in the street, don't crawl back into the garbage can and start digging out the shit. Wait for the garbage men to come and take their ass to the dumpster where they belong, because these are the type of girls, when you date them for the first month, what they're going to do is they're going to ask for money. They're going to ask for gifts. And these are the type of girls that would never offer to pay for dates. She is a liability. This is the type of girl that cannot stand on her own 2 feet, so she needs somebody to support her. Guys, she is just a liability. Avoid these women at all costs. And these are the type of girls who are materialistic. Usually when you take these girls out on dates, she's going to be like, oh, what kind of car do you drive? Where do you go to college? What do you do for work? How much do you make? Man, tell that bitch you live in a shack and you're a garbage man, and tell her you took the bus there, because you never want to tell a girl how much you make. You just be secret about it and let her discover you over time, because you want a girl to like you for you. And if you do provide for these girls, you're a chump. I have no respect for you, because you're a beta male provider. What a beta male provider is, basically what he's doing is that he cannot use his charm, his charisma, and his looks, so he's paying her expensive things, giving her all these gifts. It's like an exchange. It's pretty much, you're better off getting a prostitute, man. Never be a chump. Never try to save a girl, man. She belongs to the streets, because whenever you're in a relationship, you're supposed to add to the relationship without giving, because that's what 2 healthy people do. They come to the relationship, give, and help each other out. And you feel that if you're putting too much of the work in, guys, she is not the one for you. She belongs in the motherfucking streets. As a matter of fact, man, she don't fit in the streets. She belongs in the ocean with the land whales. So fellas, these are the 3 types of women you guys want to avoid. So guys, like this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video to all the people who needs it, save lives, and let's help these people become abundance cheek slayers.